Hi, and welcome to Moonbeam Connections. I'm Jacqui-Leigh. Today on Shift Happens, Life in Transition, we're going to look at, graduating from school. So whether you're currently graduating from high school, graduating from university, undergrad, master's, PhD, we're going to look at messages that Spirit has for you. So I do set the intention that these videos reach those who need them when they need them. So if you found this video today, it is meant for you. So we'll give it one more shuffle, and let's get the overall energy of your current transition in graduating from school. So this is for you whether you just graduated from school or you're about to graduate from school, sort of. This is advice, messages from Spirit about that transition. So what does Spirit want to tell us about transitioning after graduation? Okay, that's more than one card, so we're going to try it again, as you know. So let's see, what does Spirit have for you today? What message about your transition from... Too many cards again. I'm sorry. You might have to retire these cards until they're a little more worn. I find cards are easier to handle the more worn they get. These ones are a little slippery. I did only get them recently. So again, sorry about this. We're going to do it one more time. I promise not. I shouldn't make promises I can't necessarily keep, but let's see what happens. Okay, what does Spirit have for you today about graduation, about this transition in your life where you're graduating from either high school or university, college, maybe a technical school. Oh, and there we go. All right, reversed Ace of Swords. So this is about confusion, miscommunication, having chaos. So when it's upright, when you have the Ace of Swords upright, that's all about clarity and truth and a breakthrough, right? Like, oh, I see it. I see the light. That sort of idea. Whereas when you have it reversed, this can be about being confused having miscommunication with somebody, right? Not seeing eye to eye, some sort of chaos in your life. And I mean, this makes complete sense, right? You're graduating from high school or college or university, and you're like, I don't have a job yet. Where should I be applying to? What am I going to like? I graduated from, sciences, but do I want to be a scientist? Do I want to continue my education and become a doctor? Do I want to totally go another route? Do I want to start my own company? Do I have an idea that that for some kind of scientific technical device, and so I want to start this company from the ground up, right? Those sort of things. And then also miscommunication, you can definitely see how that would come in terms of I'm trying to do job interviews, or I'm trying to figure out my next step in life, and as I'm going for the interview, I mess up, or I don't fully show my skills that I have, those type of things. So right now you're in a state of confusion, which understandable. That's probably why you're here today. That's probably why this video found you. So let's see what your advice is. What advice, does Spirit have for you? And again, we've got lots of cards falling everywhere. I think I'll try another deck next time. I don't want to switch decks quite yet, though. So let's see. What advice does Spirit have for you on this transition? Okay. A lot of advice. We're going to try a different deck because I am feeling the frustration with this deck. It's not communicating well. So we are going to try a different deck here. I like this deck. So let's try this deck. And of course I got to shuffle them 3 times. So we're looking currently for advice for this transition you're going through. From school to either another school, another graduate, if you're going from high school to university, from college to university, from your undergrad to your PhD, those sorts of things, or whether you're going from high school to a job, or from university to a job. But either way, right now, you're in the middle of some kind of transition after completing a course, after completing school. So let's see what your advice is. Please, Spirit, we'd like some advice on this transition of graduating to the next step in life. That's a lot of cards again. Sorry. Try it again. Slow it. There we go. Okay. 2 want to come out. Ooh, that one flipped upright. So let's see what your advice is here. Oh, all right. So the 6 of Pentacles is about generosity, support, giving and receiving, equal giving and receiving, right? You can see balance. You've got these scales here. So it's about balancing. So it's about balancing the giving and the receiving. So that's what your advice is to find balance. So whether that's about finding a balance in terms of working on your school life right now because you haven't quite graduated, but also looking for another job, like finding the balance between that, finding the balance between so what am I trying to say? Finding the balance between like a dream job. So if you live in one part of the country, you live on the west side of the country, that's where your home is, that's where you've always lived, and now there's a job way over here. Now you've got to find the balance, right? Like you got to somehow be balancing that. All my family's over here, but my dream job is over here. Where am I going to find the balance? Am I going to find a balance that's not quite my dream job, but I can move into my dream job later, but it's near my family, and that's the balance I'm trying to find? Or maybe it's the balance of, well, if I'm over here, I'll make more money and then I'll be able to fly back home twice a year. And that will be balanced because I'll be spending a week each time of good quality time. We'll be together the whole time rather than me living nearby and I still only see them twice a year and it's only for a few hours because we're not making the effort because we could do it anytime we want. And then the Queen of Cups is about compassion, being calm, using your intuition. So what these cards are saying is your advice is finding a balance, finding support in your life, and being that support for other people, while also using your intuition and having compassion for people and staying calm and going through it. So if you have if you see a new position or you want to make a move somewhere after graduation, you use your intuition. Sit calmly, sit quietly, actually listen. Don't listen to the outside world of what the outside world wants. The outside world isn't living your life. They can go and live their own lives, right? You are going to use your intuition about what is going to bring that balance into your life. And it may be that you are so close to your family, you could never move away from them. If I moved across country, I wouldn't be very happy. It could also be that, your family's kind of dysfunctional and actually your life would be much better balanced if you did move across the country because you would create that space and that distance and you could have the balance with your family while also having your dream job over here. So this really is about using your intuition and finding balance within your life. So we'll put these over here and then we're going to ask Spirit what your next step should be. Although I would say it's finding balance and using your intuition. But your next step in life. So let's see. What should your next step be? So maybe, there we go. And that one did a little spin around. Ha ha. So your next step. So this is the Strength card. And this is not about being physically strong. This isn't like, oh, look at me and my muscles. That's not what this card is about at all. This card is about inner strength, quiet strength, having courage, having the patience, having that internal. She is not holding a sword to this lion to keep him at bay and using her strength that way. She's not wrestling him, right? She's using kindness and compassion in order to overcome, in order to achieve what she wants to achieve. And so what I'd say is you need to find balance within your life. Use your intuition about where you're supposed to be going And your next step is, once you figured out this is where I want to go, this is what's going to balance my life, this is what my intuition is saying is right, you then step into your strength, your inner strength. My family's not going to be happy because they always wanted me to move away to London and work out of London, and so they're not going to be happy, but that's not what I want to do. So you have to have strength within yourself to be able to withstand what other people are saying. It can also be about having inner strength of, I am so scared to move away. I don't want to move away, or I'm so scared to get into the work environment. I don't know what's going to happen. I've gone to school now for, some people can go to school for 30 years, right? So I've been in school over and over and over forever. And now I've got to go into the real world where I'm working for somebody else and having to put my ideas out there to everyone, not just handing work into the professor. Now I've got 20 people that I'm putting my ideas out, and I have to stand up and say, this is what I want, and this is why I think this is the way we should head, right? So it's all about finding courage within yourself to sort of stand your ground, have your inner power, know what you want, and know what you can contribute to things. So I think for this reading here, let me find the cards I would like to pull for you. Sorry, I'm looking for them. Here we go. They're over here. So I am going to pull a spirit animal for you today. I feel that's appropriate. Making them transition from graduating from school till your next step in life, your next chapter in life. And let's see what spirit animal message for you today. Please, can we get an animal spirit message? And there we go. Ooh, the loon. So the loon, I'll read this card. I'm going to hold it a little bit higher for myself. So the loon is about intuition, right? This card actually says intuitive. So the loon, so your spirit animal is the loon, intuitive. So listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. So this card really is saying, use your intuition. You're busy, you're going to school, you have a part-time job, you're trying to do all this stuff, pay your rent, right? This is about sitting down, being calm, listening to your heart, listening to your soul, figuring out where you want to go, blocking out the outside world. The outside world's not living your life. They can go live their life. They can make their choices. They want to move to London, they can go move to London, right? This is about your life and you finding balance within it, using your intuition and staying strong within yourself and within your belief system. Well, I hope this message helps you today. I appreciate you being here, and I'm sending you peace, love, and happiness. Bye for now.